Well, this is pretty. How's it going, everybody? I'm only going to do the intro on the wide lens because I think it's very scenic. I'm in Smithville. This is the same property where I've made two videos in the past with Danimals. That was at Blackthorn, and today I am making a video at Beaver Creek. This is definitely probably the shortest of the 3 courses that are out here. I'll make another video for the 3rd one eventually, but here's the premise. There's a lot of times whenever you throw a shot and you think it's pretty good, and then you go up there and you miss your putt, and you're like, dang it, let me grab my other putter, and then it hits dead center. That can also happen with drives, where let's say you throw your first shot, hit first available. Dang it, let me grab just this random disc out of my bag, don't even care what disc it is, and throw it and park it underneath the basket. What I'm trying to say is player B is pretty good. So I am trying to decide today who is better, player A or player B. It'll be kind of hard, in my opinion, to figure out who's better by throwing what, so I've tried to come up with some rules on the drive up. Hi, I'm in my car. The way I described the rules is not the way I meant it. I did a very bad job of doing that. The rules are I will always throw 2 drives. My true shot, that's player A, and then player B to see if it can get any better score. Whenever it comes to putting, I get 2 putts from my true shot tee shot. I got my true putt, and then my player B putt. I'll explain my player B putt. Oh my God, my voice cracked so bad right there. I'll explain my player B putt eventually in the video. For my player B tee shot, I can only have 1 putt because player B is already an extra shot in itself. It does not deserve an extra putt. Okay, that should clarify the rules. I did such a bad job of explaining them. I think the main idea is to hopefully see that player B shoots 18 down, I guess. Anyways, enough rambling. I'm gonna get into the round. This is hole 1, and I love this hole so much just because looking right out onto the lake. This is actually a pretty nice course. Tee sign says 275, so I'm just gonna go what my normal play would be for my first shot, because realistically I want to shoot a good round, so it'll be a Reco X. Oh, that's not parked. Oh, crap. All right, player B time. Player B is going to be the keystone. I kind of need to replace this guy because it's gotten kind of flippy. Right to left wind though, maybe it'll keep it up. Player B. It's true so far. That one's parked. That's funny. Doesn't exactly help that I'm gonna go putt right here, and these are gonna be my first putts of the day. So. All right. First putt of the day. That was like 39 feet. Call it 40. Keystone don't even matter. That was a really good feeling putt. All right. 1 under par. Player B sucks. Hole 2 is 239. Hit this gap, get a little bit left, but really there's no point in just not throwing a dead straight shot. So we'll try the Wizard now. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, okay. I thought that could stay up, but that Wizard's parked. We got a birdie on player A right there. This thing was based. Good shot right here. We're gonna pick up, call it a birdie. Gotta leave the camera back a little bit for hole 3, just so I can record the whole shot. This is 257, and I usually go sidearm, probably with a Felon. I'm gonna go pink Lucid Felon, hanging out wide. First forehand of the day. Let's hope my shoulder doesn't pop out. I should mention before I throw, there's a sidewalk on the left. Sidewalking over out of bounds. We're playing out of bounds because I want to make it hard. Kind of needs to hustle. Oh, okay. It hit a branch, and that's pretty much 10 feet, so that should be a birdie. Well, I'm 3 holes in, and this video's concept is kind of pointless. So 3 true birdies in a row. Player B hasn't really needed to come out yet. almost on hole 1, but we made that putt, so. Wait, I got it so wrong. I need to go back and play hole 2 again. The idea was to throw both player A and player B and to see if they score better. Darn it. My mistake was I was treating this as a mulligan video, which, like, even after hole 1. So what we'll look at hole 1 was I got a real birdie on player A. That was cool. Player B with the keystone was parked, so they both got birdies. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play hole 2 and hole 3. I already threw both of my true shots. They were both birdies. So now I need to see if player B can follow suit. I won't throw the same disc though, because that's kind of cheating. On hole 2 again, I'll go Recco X here as player B now. Gonna get these rules right this time. Straight shot, let it get left. Oh! That was close. All right, player B. Yeah, so I just forgot the idea of player A, player B going head to head. So that was almost an ace right there with the Recco X. It was staying in the air. Shoot, that would have been cool. All right, slight comebacker though. That's what happens with ace runs. All right. My true score is doing better than player B. That's what we want to see. Hole 3 again. We're just gonna go with the blue Orbit Felon. Maybe it'll land at the same spot. I swear to God that was going in without that tree. And it pretty much did land where I was. I mean, it really did. This has got to be within like 2 feet of where my first one landed. Should be close enough to keep the bag on. Ignore the fact that that almost came out. This will be hard to keep score on, but my true score is 3 through 3. Player B is 2 through 3, so not bad. Hole 4, we're bumping up the distance. We're looking at 303. You can see the basket past that big tree up there. We got a tailwind, so we're just gonna go evader. That's all I have to say about it. Okay, parked. We'll go player B, same felon that I just threw. Also parked, if not just a little bit past it. Well, these are both pretty good. We'll do 4 down through 4 and 3 down through 4 on player B. Hole 5, dead straight uphill shot. Some tall grass surrounding the basket, but that shouldn't be a problem. I don't think I've made a video ever since I took out my Fugitive, but I replaced it with a Buzz OS, and it's working all right so far. It's working all right so far. Only other disc I think I would throw is a straight mid-range. That's a Mustang on hyzer, because it's a right to left wind. Do it! Oh my God. Player B is pretty good on ace runs. I can say that. Two birds. Hole 6 is where we finally get to rip one. I'm gonna stay here because the basket is by that second tree up there. Pretty far shot. I don't know the distance though. They got it at 426. So I'd say it's the first like far throw of the day. But at least we get 2 of them. Oh, I hope you could hear that. Go-to defender on this one. Past the shadow. Okay. We're putting. That's something. We're gonna go force on the player B. Oh, I need to flip just a little bit more. It's gonna be right next to my first one. They might be on top of each other. I'm genuinely curious who got CTP. Oh, the force got the defender by a good bit. I thought they'd be a lot closer. Dang, the defender is a good 50 probably. All right, if we don't make the first one, then we still get to try player B. Go. Oh. Dang it. All right, player B. That would have been nice. It does only get one putt. Player B drives. I gotta try to remember my rules. Same thing. That's annoying. If that would have gone in, that'd have been hilarious. All right, both players missed this one, unfortunately. The idea was for player B to be the one to get the birdie. So I guess it's fitting that it outdrove my first one. Let's just play the next hole. This hole is gonna be 301. If you're a Logic fan, you like that number. Par 3, just along the short grass. We got road, OB left on the left. So, evader again. Oh, that's really wide. Here it comes though. Yikes, not the best first shot. See if we can adjust. Same mold, lucid evader this time. Oh, that's so much worse. That could be OB. That could be OB. Woo! Not good. We got some putts to make. My true shot right here for birdie. That was incredibly nose down, but it's in. Oh my God, player B is ass, dude. Player B not clutching up ever since whenever it needs to clutch up, it just doesn't. So it hasn't happened yet, but I realized I'm gonna need a stat whenever my first shot uses a player B putt and it goes in. I'm gonna call it player B assistance on my first shot, player B putt. But that hasn't happened yet because I haven't needed it, and the one time I did need it, I missed. So this is gonna be a really fun video to edit. All right, I felt like this one would be a fun one to hit on the Zoom. Get a little Instagram video action. 394 straight downhill. Player 1, me. We're going Fusion Getaway. If you get around that tree, here we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Not really straight at it, not the aesthetic line, but that was good. All right, player B, we're gonna try to bump up the power and go Mustang. That's the aesthetic line. I love that I just threw that shot. Cool. Okay, my true score is 7 down through 8, which is good. Player B is 4 down through 8, which is funny. So we're on hole 9 now. 331. You can kind of see the basket through this tall grass next to that, in between those two trees. All right, true shot, Buzz OS. Now you can't see it right now, but the basket in between those two trees, like I pointed out. Oh man, that was short. Player B is gonna need to up the ante. Player B is gonna be a felon, not a 5-speed this time. Pretty straight, to be honest. I think it's looking all right though. It should be closer than my first one. Yeah, this was pretty dang bad. What is it, 330? I probably threw this 280. Kind of cringe if you ask me. All right, well, that's not in. Player B on the putter. Oh, if it drops, no. Wow, that just kept rising. And as you have seen, player B does not want to clutch up. This is the chance for player B to take a stroke on my true score. That one's in there. That gets my true score 7 down through 9, and player B is now 5 down through 9. Hole 10 is gonna be our first par 4. It's 573. The basket is over this hill. You see those trees up there? It's past those trees too. It's kind of like it looks like it could be an island sort of thing. So this will be a lot of discs to throw. I hope they can find them all. With this being a par 4, I would like to get some good distance on my first shot. So I'm gonna go strive on a backhand Anheuser and see how far we can push up there. That's all right. That should be a wide open shot. Player B, defender. A little more direct. That should be in a very, very similar spot as the strive. I think the strive got more distance though. I knew they'd be in similar spots. Here's my defender. My strive is a little bit up ahead, and the basket is that far up ahead. Like I said, kind of looks like an island. I really like this hole. Let's hope I can get both of these to birdie. I think I need to throw this pretty hard. We're gonna go wizard, and I think, yeah, like I said, gotta put some power behind it. A little bit of flip, keep going. All right, that's good. That's a great shot. Well, because my swing is a little bit weird with these guys right here, I feel like it's gonna be in my head, and I'm gonna have to pull up a lot higher and throw an Anheuser, so I'm gonna throw a zone. That worked out good. That was a pretty well played hole. Let me think of scores, hold on. True score is 8 down through 10. Player B is 6 down through 10. Yeah, that's correct. We have back-to-back par 4s with hole 11. I think they're the only par 4s on this course, but it's 396. We throw straight ahead, and then it dives down into the woods into the right side. You kind of see those more thick trees there on the right side. That's kind of where you need to land. Player A, we go felon. Try to get a little bit of distance, get it back to the right. Oh, if that starts fading. Oh, I hope that's not short. If that is not short, that's probably one of the best drives I've thrown on this hole. I'm gonna make a bet though. I'm gonna say it is short. So I'm gonna bump up and go defender, going from 9 speed to a 13 speed. Go. Okay. Those could both be iffy. Defender came up a little shorter than I wanted, even though I did say I gotta throw close to these trees. The felon though is right in the middle of the fairway. Basket straight ahead. That is definitely my best drive that I've thrown on this hole. Usually this is where I end up, if not just like kind of right here. Good, unattached. There it goes. This is player B drive. We're gonna go fuse, backhand turnover down the tunnel. Woo! That was fun. I threw that pretty good. All right, this is my real drive. Should be nothing more than a wizard straight putter shot. Oh, it needs to drop sooner. Okay. It's a good shot. If it dropped sooner, I thought that could go in. It's the player B shot. It's gonna go in anyway. 2 for 2 on the par 4s on my true score and player B. So I'll just put the score up here, keep you guys updated. There's been a lot of birdies today. TBH. Right. Short walk to hole 12. Let's do it. 239, hole 12. It's kind of blind from the tee pad. It's pretty much like behind these trees out this way. But the gap you're trying to hit is straight. Throw something over stable, let it get left. True shot will be a zone. Oh, that could get through it. No! Okay, it's through. It's not completely through. It hit a tree. Really undercommitted, TBH, unfortunately. All right, player B, a chance to get one back. We're gonna go Buzz OS. Hopefully a little bit more committed this time. Oh, that helps a lot. Still short, but with maybe it didn't help a lot, but I don't know. It redirected it. All right, we got to putt through these woods. Oh, man. If it just got stable. Player B. Get stable. Oh, too far. Take a par on the true shot. Let's see what player B's got on their putt. I just realized I called player B a they, them. Maybe that's what they identify as. Center. Player B with a clutch putt. Again, I'll put scores because I'm not remembering right now, but I will soon because I kind of need to in case it gets to be a pretty close game. Scores have been remembered. 2-shot game. I'm pretty dang sure. Hole 13 though, par 3, 234, dead straight. As you can see from this tee shot, it's a tunnel shot. You can see the basket there up on the left. Not sure why, but I feel like doing a zoom here. I feel like it's kind of aesthetically pleasing with a tunnel shot. Anyways, true shot is gonna be a Recco X. Straight, let it get left. Oh. It just got a little branch off the tree. All right, whatever. We want the aesthetic tunnel shot, right? So we're gonna go hyzer flip keystone for player B. Damn right we are. Damn right we're going tunnel shot, keystone, hyzer flip. Jeez, I can't talk. All right, this is probably another 50-footer. This is for birdie on the true shot, Recco X. But Emac Judge for the putt. Get up. Holy crap, this is a battle. That was a nice putt. True shot in for birdie from about 50 or so, maybe like 47 possibly. Player B though, in there too. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I came up with this video idea last night, but now that I'm thinking about it, this wouldn't have been a good match play idea. That's kind of what it's become now that I'm kind of like middle of the back nine, but maybe I'll do something like this again in the future. Match play, I think that'd be fun. Hole 14, 191 feet. However, big however, the basket is it's in there somewhere. You probably can't see it. There's a very small gap straight ahead, like this size gap right there. However, there's a pretty big gap up there. First shot is gonna be a force, like I said, up this way, and then it's more so like a grenade shot. It's just gotta go forward a little. It's down there somewhere. I have no clue if it's in the fairway or close, but I mean, it looks pretty good. Player B will be a felon, the super beef one. Let's see if we can match the line. Yeah, they both look pretty good. Felon there on the right side, and you got Force gravestones right here. We have a putt off. Player B up first. Felon, that went over the top. I'm so shocked that these landed so close to each other. Stay up. Dude. Let's go. One of these has to go in order to keep it a 2-shot game. Gotta drop. No. All right. Player B on the putter. Looking for player B assistance. Make it left. It can, and it's in. And our first player B assisted putt as the force is covered in mud here. I don't know how that got left. I think so far in this back nine, we're proving that player B is pretty good. 15, 209 par 3. You can see the basket straight through this gap there. You can see the bucket. Not exactly the intended gap, maybe a little bit farther left, but let's get a birdie. Let's get 2 birdies. I feel like I need to put like an asterisk next to my true score now with that assisted putt, so that's funny. But We're gonna go this left side gap with a zone forehand. Uh-oh. No bueno. That'll probably shape up to be a par right there. Player B, same concept, forehand, except this is the Justice. Oh, it's so far. It is parked though because it hit some trees later on. Player B, parked for birdie. This is not good. Zone is deep in the crap. We still have about 150 probably. I'm gonna do my best to try to float the keystone right into the chain. Okay, I gave it an effort. So player B with a birdie, true score with a par, one shot game. Home stretch time. This is hole 16, another par 3, 321. It'll play a lot farther, to be honest, but you have that sidewalk up there on the left side. The basket is about 20 feet to the right of that sidewalk. All right, main thing here is to get the distance. I want to be past the basket, if anything. So we're gonna go 13-speed defender forehand and get past the basket. Oh, I overturned it just a little. It could get height. It could get height. This could be OB. It's gonna be safe. It's gonna be safe. And that's a birdie putt. Holy crap. Scary times there. There'll be another defender for player B though. Oh, rise and go in. Go in. Oh my God, dude. Dang, player B knows how to ace run. Okay. True shot birdie putt right here. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was horrible. Look for player B assistance here. Oh my God. Darn it. Player B to make it a tie game into 17. Of course. Of course. I think player B's been perfect ever since hole 9. Tying it up. Darn, man, that's so frustrating. Even though I'm literally just competing with myself. If you've watched this far, thanks. Maybe I'm not competing with myself. Maybe I'm competing against superstition. Maybe I'm competing against superstition. That's a good way to put it. 17 is 334, par 3. You can see the basket straight ahead through this tunnel. However, there's a bigger gap over here. Two very crucial shots right here. We're gonna go ESP Force for the true shot. Going it pretty wide. All right, she's out there. Player B, same line, going defender this time. Oh, again, that's wide. Oh, I hope that comes back to short grass. I think it might be right on the edge of the short grass. Man, these are cringe. You gotta be so much closer than this. I call this 45. That is huge for player B. True shot, gotta clutch up. Got it. Woo. That, I guarantee you that almost went out the backside too. Tie game, this is best case scenario as far as entertainment goes, but tie game going into hole 18, which is really hard to birdie. I think I've only birdied it once ever. On hole 18 now, it is 387, par 3. Tee pad here, we have a little bit of a peninsula out there to the right. What's sad is that I'm standing on the tee pad now and you just can't see the basket, but it is pretty much behind that set of trees up there, kind of middle-ish, kind of like middle right in a way. This is gonna be tough. There's an aggressive line of a backhand flex up high, but there's also a forehand pretty straight, but you might not get all the way there. So I think I'm gonna do the backhand flex. I'm gonna go ESP Force. Okay, here's the thing. That looks really good.
I know you can't see the basket. I would say that's probably 25 feet left of it. That was best case scenario, to be honest. Now we gotta match that. Nope. Undercommitted. Or not undercommitted, it was just early. And that's a very boring shot, but interesting putt. To be honest, this would have landed in the same spot if I threw this on a forehand, but land right there. That's player B shot. Basket right there. We got a long putt to possibly push a playoff. Gotta commit. Well, I committed. Just too far past. Where? No chance that's for my drive. Oh my God, dude. This is my best drive I've ever thrown on this hole. ESP Force for the freaking win, dude. Holy crap. You don't even need player B on this one. That's insane. Hold on. Hold on. Let me grab this one and actually try. That's so stupid. There we go. That is so funny. All right, true shot. Beat player B by 1 shot. So I don't know the score of it. Like I said, this could be a good match play, but here's final score. Brett put up the score. This was a fun video. Okay, well, this was probably one of my more favorite videos to film in a very long time. So I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, I kind of want to do another video like this, just match play without keeping score, even though this was a good battle coming down the stretch. So does this end the debate of is player B better than player 1 or player A? I think it's still up for debate. This video didn't really prove anything because of how tight it was. So yeah, I think the only birdie that player B missed in the back 9 was this hole. So if that tells you anything. Before I end the video though, I want to thank my sponsors, Disc and Deals Coverage. You can catch me on their commentary this coming summer for the Kansas City Flying Disc Challenge. Maybe on a couple cards as well if I play good enough. Also, thank you to Under Par, Scott Reek, you're the man. Those are my sponsors. I appreciate you guys a ton for supporting me and appreciate you all watching. I'll see you guys next month.